Now to India, where the government says it's treating Monday's deadly car blast in the capital as a terrorist incident. The explosion outside New Delhi's historic Red Fort killed 8 people and wounded at least 20. It was the first such explosion in the city since 2011. Indian security agencies have arrested several suspects in the disputed Kashmir region, but they haven't released any new evidence linked to the blast. Straight to the Indian capital and our correspondent, Adil Bhat. Welcome, Adil. Tell us more about that decision to designate this a terror incident.
Well, there's a major development on Delhi car blast case. The 2 days of speculations have now been confirmed by India's Union Cabinet that the car blast was a heinous terror incident. The government says that it was carried out by international forces also. And this Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Modi, expressed, profound grief over the loss of lives in this terror incident as well. Also, Phil, the cabinet said that they condemn this cowardly act. They expressed their unwavering commitment to policy towards terrorism. And Indian agencies have been investigating this incident for the last 2 days. And it's only now that the government has come to the conclusion that it was a terrorist attack. And this means that the government will act with an iron fist to give a strong message to the perpetrators. And well, a lot of it depends on the findings of these investigations that will become clearer in coming days, especially the involvement of external or internal forces in the attack.
Right, tell us more about the investigation itself.
Well, as I said, the investigation went for 2 days, and authorities are examining now a possible link with arrests made in Kashmir region for transnational terror module, which was actually disbanded a day before the car blast happened. And they said that they confiscated weapons and large amount of bomb-making material that the police said was linked to a Jaish-e-Mohammed, which is actually a Pakistan-based terror group, which has been long accused of attacks in India. Also, Jammu and Kashmir police, their local police, they have been following leads to towns outside New Delhi, like states like in northern state of Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. And in the last 2 days, they have arrested half a dozen suspects, including medical professionals, doctors from hospital, and it suggests also that they confiscated over 6,000 pounds of bomb-making material. And despite the progress made so far, there are things that are still unclear. For instance, how many persons and organizations are involved, whether these are like domestic and foreign. And this is still under investigation. We have
Right.
to wait for that.
And if a link to Kashmir is confirmed, talk us through the political implications.
Well, if the link with Kashmir is established, which is likely going to happen, it will have both, serious political and security implications for the Kashmir and the region at large. And experts say the link to Kashmir would also suggest Pakistan's involvement in the attack also. This means that the relationship between the two countries is not going to ease out anytime soon. Also, we need to remember that in May this year, when India launched military Operation Sindoor against Pakistan after the Pahalgam attack, Prime Minister Modi said it categorically that any future attack would be seen as an act of war. So if that means, if we go by the government's own doctrine or their version, it has no option but to retaliate, provided they establish Pakistan's involvement. Apart from this, Phil, I've been speaking to a lot of local Kashmiri journalists. They've been telling me that there have been heightened security and surveillance in Kashmir. Investigative agencies and local police have already begun intensifying search in different areas of Kashmir. They have detained some doctors who have been suspected or accused. And so what we're going to see in the coming days is a new way of arrest and crackdown under stringent terror laws. So for that, we will give you more updates what's going to happen in the next 1 or 2 days.
Thanks, Adil. DW correspondent Adil Bhat in New Delhi.